Hello and welcome to the show that makes you question your sexuality, Backseat Gamer. I'm your host, Michael Riley. With me is Ashley Miller.
I prefer a strong bottom.
That's your opinion, man.
Just
I already got everything.
It's just gonna be us two.
For a moment.
But we're gonna be okay.
I believe Jace is going to join us once he's done producing Musha over at Digital Era, because they're doing happy hour right now. Apparently he got I guess he got started late, because he said that they were going to start around 5 o'clock so that they could be done. He could be done in time for this, but it's okay. I know how it gets.
Do you know how much strength it takes to manage and manhandle a drunk monkey man?
I mean, not a whole lot if he's chained to the radiator.
We don't Congo Musha's fucking setup is like. I mean, he could have a kind of like a Eric Andre show setup. You know, who's gonna be his Hannibal Buress? We don't know.
I don't know about that. I don't see Congo Musha diving through tables. At least not willingly.
I don't know. It's like, this is Congo Musha, and welcome to Jackass. I would love to see what you're doing, but I'm kind of in the middle of trying to get home. So if it sounds a little funky on my end, that's why.
Well,
trying to focus on deer country.
Well, I am playing the game.
I can tell. I can hear the 16-bit music.
Yeah.
And I hear squishy.
And I'm aware, folks at home, that that kind of defeats the purpose of this show, since nobody's watching me play. How can you backseat if you can't watch somebody play? But had to get started because running short on time. And I got other places to be this evening.
Catch glimpses and stuff. It's just when I'm driving, I like to focus on the road. So it's like I can hear squishies. I can hear you squish, squish, squishing.
Like I said, I'm pretty sure Jason will be here for too long.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish I could share some of my wedding cake with you. Although I didn't get married.
It's okay.
Sometimes
I'm fat enough.
a girl just needs a piece of wedding cake. Like, it's not a big piece, but it's not a small piece, but it is a piece. Okay. It's a piece that if you eat half of the piece, and it's like, ooh, this will be good like a few hours later when I'm slightly hungover. God, the sound, all of the squish.
Alien eggs.
So all I'm thinking is the macaroni sound. Like them doing the sound effects for naughty stuff.
They're eggs already, so we're past that stage.
Oh, I managed to finally find a Jones's Energy Soda.
Interesting.
So when I get home, I will have to try some of it. And mind you, it's in a can, and it's kind of a little late in the evening for me to be drinking energy soda, but I could try a sip, and then I'll just put the rest of it in my Tervis mug for tomorrow.
Tervis. Peter, that's serviceable.
I love Tervis. Like, I think they've got really good shit. Like, their tumblers and their coffee mugs.
Well, I don't know about their shit,
little...
but their mugs are probably good.
Oh, their mugs and their tumblers are amazing. They're good for hot and cold beverages. Like, I think they're better than Yeti. Like, Yeti, you can eat my balls if I had them.
I don't really care too much about Yeti. I don't really care too much about any of that shit. Especially since most of what I drink is a fucking out of a foam cup because I drink big gulps from 7-Eleven.
No, and that's the reason why we pay attention, because there's a cop. As long as I'm doing the speed limit, he can't say shit. He can't say shit.
That is something I never. I know people who are like super copophobic, and I'm just like, why? If you're not doing anything, it doesn't matter. Just don't break the law. Stop breaking the law, asshole.
Yeah, but the problem is that if they find any reason to pull you over, it could be like a partially busted tail light or some kind of dit or ding, or if your car matches the description of a car that's doing naughty shit and you get fucking pulled over, and it's like, I gotta waste my time. I'm not doing anything wrong. Just be like, I'm invoking the fifth, and then if they're like, well, we are going to get the dogs. And I'm like, am I going to be detained or am I free to go? Because they're not going to want to take the time to get a fucking dog to come and sniff your car. And that time, they could just either write you a warning or write you a citation that you can just fight in a court of law. Plus, a lot of cops tend to do what's called hiding in plain sight. That plain sight being someone's driveway when it's fucking dark out and you can't see shit.
I mean,
hide in plain sight.
In fairness, the cops in our town, like the assistant chief of police, is on the Brady list, so is about to be put on the Brady list, or has already been on the Brady list at this point. Because
Brady list?
That's the list of if a police officer gets put on that, it's because they gave false information to the public or the press. So they lied. And they have to disclose that they're on the Brady list anytime they submit evidence to a court for a court hearing. And the reason our assistant chief of police is on the Brady list is because they failed to disclose and lied about the fact that 2 people who were murdered here recently were undercover informants. They denied that they were, and it turned out later, actually, yeah, they were approved to purchase drugs in an attempt to bust a drug dealer, and that makes them an informant. Oops. So, I mean, it's not a surprise anyway. And if Jason were here, he'd be like, "Oh, well, ACAB," and in this case, it's kind of true. But now we have proof of that because they're on the Brady list. It was already difficult to trust cops in this town.
In the nookie jar, the nookie jar, the nookie jar. When your hand is caught in the nookie jar, don't fucking lie about it. Own that shit.
Yeah, I don't know what they would have gained or what they would have lost by saying, hey, this person was working with us. I don't know why I don't understand why that was such an issue. Or why they felt they had to lie about that.
More than likely, if it had to do with an informant, if that drug dealer was working with the cartels, which I don't want to go into a lot of detail on cartels.
Let's be realistic here. This is Richmond. I mean,
there's been a couple of Twitch streamers that got in trouble with the cartels and they got murdered.
Not in this fucking town. I'm sorry, but
But
that's
if
just
anyone-
not. You're thinking that people around here can afford that much in drugs.
If
I'm
the
sorry.
informant had-
We're a podunk piece of shit little town in the middle of Indiana. It doesn't. Money is not flowing from our armpits.
If the informant had family, then anyone who is affiliated with a drug dealer could retaliate. I think that's the main reason why the cops didn't want to disclose that they were working with an informant.
Yeah, but if you're legally required to disclose it, you don't have a choice.
Like, yeah, I mean, if he was supposed to disclose that information and didn't, that's his fuck up. And now he's not going to be trustworthy because
I mean,
he was being a lying little hoe.
Like they were to begin with. But
I mean, good point. Good point.
It is what it is.
I'm gonna get medieval on your asses.
Yeah, that's right, Duke. You tell them little piggy raptor ugly.
I'm actually
fuckers whose faults.
we're in the second episode of Duke, so we're on the spaceship, so there are no pig cops. We won't see pig cops again until the third episode.
There was like raptor people that had jetpacks, and then more raptor people that had Gatling guns for hands. I think.
Yeah, the pig cops are placed with the assault commanders on this one. Oops, I accidentally blew up a babe. That's all right.
You motherfucker.
You can't proper save the babes in this one anyway. You can only do it on the 64 version. And 64
Which I
version
think was
is Bowdlerized to hell, so I don't really care that
Well,
much. Oh, red
I
key.
think it would have been awesome. I think it would have been awesome to save the babes. It's like, don't leave them to suffer.
I feel like saving the babes in the N64 version was kind of just like a them saying, "Hey, we're sorry that we had to take out all this adult stuff for the N64 game. Here, save the babes." It's like a make good for having to Bowdlerize it. That's the blue card. Yes, nice.
It'd be awesome to save the babes and have tits and ass at the same time.
I mean, the only way you can save the babes in this is just not blow them up. And even then, it doesn't really do anything. Because when you hit E on them, activate them, they just say "kill me."
Oh dear.
Yeah. So I mean, saving them is probably making them suffer more than it's worth, but
I mean, you get them out of the pod, and I mean, as long as they weren't like, xenomorphed or whatever, it's like. Although now that I think about it, doesn't the spaceship blow up after Duke gets done?
I think at the end of this episode, yes, because he finishes the alien brain that controls the ship off, or whatever the monkey thing that's at the end of this episode. I forget exactly what the end boss of this episode is. He doesn't usually last too long when I face him, because usually I have this Devastator weapon out.
Ultimately, they're going to get mercy killed anyhow.
More than likely. Guess I gotta go back through that.
That's such a shame. Waste of good pussy. They could have been doctors or lawyers, and not the shitty kind.
Or
but the
doctor
good
lawyers.
kind.
Or lawyer doctors.
Yes, I will represent you and your uterus. looking for one good woman who's willing to fuck and fuck for her rights. I will represent you.
I mean, this ain't exactly the Reverend Jesse Jackson. You gotta fuck for your right to legal representation. That doesn't make any sense. It's not. It's not. The Beastie Boys would not approve. Yeah, no. The Beastie Boys would not approve.
It doesn't have the right flow. I think Beastie Boys would be okay with the fucking, but the legal representation, nah, they don't rap about that.
I'm pretty sure most people would be okay with the fucking.
Well, yes. Even surprisingly, most conservatives, even though it'll be mostly behind closed doors. Bunch of pansies.
Through a bed sheet.
Ugh. That's gonna ruin the thread count.
It's the only way I can get Josephine not pregnant.
You don't need a cheesecloth for your cream of.
I was gonna say, word it carefully, and it'll be the episode title.
I was gonna say you don't need a cheesecloth for your cream
for your Danish is what you're saying.
Yeah,
you don't need a cheesecloth for your Danish. There's the episode title.
Yeah.
Cheesecloth for your Danish.
It's just, I don't know, sexuality as we've grown older has just gotten so weird. And looking back on stuff, it's like, did men really jerk off with a sock? Like, it doesn't seem that soft. It's like, I don't have a penis.
I don't know. I'm not, what a conversation to be having. Boy, Dane would be very upset by this conversation if he was here. It's not necessarily jerking off with a sock. I think that would cause a little too much friction. It's into the sock, so you're not just, spilling your seed onto the floor. Unless it's shag carpeting, in which case that's what it was made for. But
what it was made for. Yes, it's a Barbie reference. I don't care. I do hope that some people come because this is not easy, but at least I'm almost home. I'm back in my little town.
Right.
Which we no longer have a gas station. And I'm going to have to head out tomorrow to make sure I get the money for my car payment.
Interesting.
Well, here's the thing. I make my car payments in cash. And the only place where I was able to pull the exact amount of money that I need is the gas station that was in town. But that gas station is no longer in business because somebody, someone fell through the fucking floor. Someone pulled a Bill Hader in Documentary Now and fell through the floor.
I was going to say, you should have just said that instead of attempting whatever the fuck it is you were trying to say.
Because it was the first episode of Documentary Now. It's called Shady Sands. And it was a mockumentary that was, like, inspired by the movie, or inspired by the documentary Grey Gardens, which is about the two relatives of Jackie Onassis who are living in a dilapidated mansion. Well, Bill Hader and Fred Armisen play the so-called relatives, but they call themselves Vivian and Vivi. And Bill's character is supposed to be like the Edith or Edie.
Sorry, I happened upon the progression by accident and ran right into an enemy.
Oh shit.
Yeah. You'll be able to see exactly what I'm talking about soon enough. Once you finally are able to.
But yeah, ultimately Bill's character, he shows off this studio that's above floor and falls right through it. And that was the whole gag, and he just falls through onto, like, the dinner table, and Fred Armisen's character's like, "What did you do?" It's like, "I fell through the floor again, Ma." It's like, "You always stomp, and now I got floor all in my lima beans." But yeah, someone fell through the fucking floor of the gas station, and they had to close it down. Which is a shame, because we just got new pumps put in. Like, they gutted the motherfucker. There's nothing left. There was nothing. Like, gone was everything.
Everything is gone.
And now I'm home.
Congratulations.
Yep, just pulling into the garage. Pulling into the garage. I wish there was more room in the garage so Mom can pull her truck in the garage. But there is none because her boyfriend had to put his antique furniture in here like an asshole. And now I should be on Wi-Fi.
On the Wi-Fi. How spiffy you are on the Wi-Fi.
Yep, absolutely.
I illuminated the situation. That's a mirror! Oh! This game tried to trick me!
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Someone please, it's my ball. I don't know them, but it seems prolific at the time. Alright. Well, now it's time to show the world what $35 in gifting can do to overpriced fucking grocery store.
Now is the time on Sprockets when we dance.
I smell sausage. I smell sausage. Oh.
Ammo for Shrinker.
I got a complete so that'll be interesting.
Shit.
There's coffee. They have like a small section. They have like a little Starbucks mini fridge. So if you needed to get some in Alexandria, you could go to.
Haha, fuck you! I made it into the door.
Actually, we haven't done this energy soda. I was going to try a little apple.
It's a tiny camera.
I got more sesame sticks, so we can just eat that. Yeah,
This pistoling the Octobrains and the mini gunners is fucking atrocious. I need ammo. Need ammo badly. Chain gun cannon, that'll work.
No, I'm drinking. I had McDonald's. Did you go to? Oh, did you? Yeah. No, I'm gonna go and get it tomorrow. Like, I kind of didn't want to go out tonight, but I just let's see to Best Buy and just kind of wandered around.
That dude was on the toilet.
Just looking, found vinyls, but their vinyl collection is small, but
Yeah, like maybe 3 or 4. But I get dead. I'm not surprised with what they did today. That
All right,
Groovy.
I'm heading to the bedroom. Actually, no, I'm gonna head to the computer room because I got cake.
Because you got cake.
What's that?
Wedding cake. I was in the mood for some cake. And of course, the little one is like, "What you got there, sissy? I want some." Because you know, my mom's dog sounds like Michael Duncan. Ow, motherfuck.
There we go.
Ooh, my room is a little warm, so I'm gonna limit my timing. Well, now that I'm home, I could actually use my headphones if I wanted to and just, actually hear you.
Octobrains. Oh,
You know what?
that's an explodey wall.
I'm so glad, so glad that the trip back home was successful. And you're still in the spaceship, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I sure am.
Good. So I was able to at least keep up as much as I could, and now I'm home and safe and about ready to get kicked out.
I don't have that key card. Let's go find it. Octobrains.
Someone's coming.
Who dat?
Boogity 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 blah 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 blah.
Hello, Jason.
Hello.
Sorry I didn't
I
stick around
see,
for that last round of What the Dub, but
You missed a hilarious painful clip of because I threw on the wrestling pack for shits and giggles, which they didn't subtitle like they should have, unfortunately.
oof.
Which makes it a little bit harder. But boy, did we have some choice clips. Namely, the one where Vince McMahon drops the N-word.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, and it's muted for that moment. You're supposed to dub that in.
I'm gonna go shit on an intern.
Congo literally just took the high road by filling in the blank with the actual line, my, and then censored bleep.
Good.
Actually, the best part is the Discord had some choice words on a side topic about Vince McMahon at the same time.
I bet.
Because apparently Jesse the Body Ventura is going to be on commentary for Saturday night's main event. And somebody was saying,
true.
Vince was the play-by-play guy on Saturday night with Jesse Ventura. And it's like, and somebody said, well, good riddance to that fuck. That fuck isn't how I'd describe Vince. I'd be more harsh than that. Brain-dead freaky fuckwit is a good insult. Dementia-ridden deviant is another one. I was like, oh my God. The sheer coincidence that, like, a Vince McMahon clip plays while a different Vince McMahon associated conversation's going on somewhere else in the Discord.
Did somebody mention mine?
Well, hello, Dane.
I am starting a new wrestling promotion where all we're gonna do is have pee magic.
So did you guys get started late or something, Jason? Over at D?
We got started at like 5:37 as opposed to
Yeah.
5:30.
Oh.
So yeah, we were a little behind just because one of the people was running behind.
Well, I figured you were starting early going to try to start a little early because of this record, but
We were gonna try to start early, and then like some shit came up on my end actually,
Oh.
because like I did not sleep well last night. My mom laughed her ass off when I told her why, because basically we replaced the lock on one of the windows, which created a better seal, which is nice, you know, like slightly less drafty in my room. One problem, it's still not a perfect seal. And we had a gale warning last night, so it was quite windy.
so it's just
And as
so it
a-
was very whistly, is what you're trying to say.
It wasn't whistly. My window was randomly farting at me in the middle of the night. Like, I sleep with a sleep mask that's also Bluetooth headphones, you know, to help me sleep and to block out noise if my mom's boyfriend is like cooking in the kitchen in the middle of the night for some bizarre reason.
All right, Mom, I'm just going to go to sleep.
Yeah, no, and I'm freaking sleeping, and then out of nowhere, loud as fuck because my windows are near the head of my bed. Freaking, I was getting ass blasted by my window.
So basically, it's
Are
like
we absolutely sure?
it's like you
Are we
were
absolutely
it's like you were
sure?
there with Billy or something.
Are you absolutely sure that the Spelt Man wasn't just like passing by? Sorry, Jason.
Oh, sorry,
No,
I
this is
farted.
specifically my window because, like, the thing is that I could hear the wind rattling the screen on the opposite window. But the window that my mom replaced the freaking sash lock on, it's like, it's not as drafty anymore. But every so often, the wind was hitting it just right. And I was just getting...
Oh. Hey, look, we're in a bathroom.
And I'm like,
Hey. It reminds me, yesterday, I went
Oh
to the
yeah, you
bathroom
can tell
at
the
my
story
office.
about the thermos of penis,
I went to the bathroom
like
in my
that,
office.
like that monster was doing.
And so our office has several other offices that are connected to it that are, you know, like a doctor's office, skin cancer place.
Right.
yeah.
I went in to the urinal, and sitting there was one of those Stanley cups filled almost to the top with piss, just sitting there on the urinal. And I'm just like,
So what you're saying is that the fucking Canucks were there
Well,
because they filled this
secretly...
They filled the Stanley Cup with piss.
the piss.
Secretly, somebody who works in that building is Dwayne Johnson.
Well, it's like,
Yes.
I can understand maybe like a urine sample, but why is it just sitting here?
Somebody didn't have the proper receptacle for a urine sample.
Yes.
They couldn't do a clean catch.
What time did you guys start?
I ended up not starting until about 6:30 because I figured
Yeah,
I didn't.
unfortunately, Congo got into the studio a little late because some of the people from D were running behind.
Yeah. So we're only getting 2 records today because I'm not gonna be able to stay late enough to do a third. But
Oh no!
the fuck?
Oh god!
Mighty
Flying
foot.
Pussy Monster.
It's
We
the
actually-
mighty foot.
this episode started peculiarly because it was just me and Ashley for a bit.
Yes.
Oh wow!
And I was in the middle of driving, so it's like I
So
could hear what
so
was
literally
going on.
so
Wait.
literally Backseat Gamer, the whole concept of Backseat Gamer is that the people watch me play terribly. Nobody was watching me for like 20 minutes.
Well, I
Oh, no.
had to,
You were technically in the back seat.
I was technically
mean-
in the back seat, yeah. Even
You
though
mean
I
to
am
tell
playing.
me that you mean to tell me that Ashley Miller, the master of telling jokes, didn't say anything.
No,
Oh,
she
no.
talked. No, she talked. She just couldn't see the game.
The master of non.
In fact, we've already named this episode. Well, what do we call it?
I think it was
Cheesecloths for your Danish.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't
Cheese-
ask. Don't ask.
Cheesecloth for your anus?
Cheesecloth for your Danish.
Oh.
We were
Cheesecloth
talking
for
about.
your anus sounds
She
much
brought
better.
up. She brought up
Yeah.
jerking off with a sock, which is not how it works.
Okay, goodbye.
Yeah. See, I figured that would be the response because Dane
So
can't handle the slightest little thing.
You know
So
what? You can't handle my wiener.
You're right.
Well,
Your wiener
speaking-
is way too large. I can't.
Speaking of handling things, I have the Jones's Energy Soda, which is green apple flavored. It's got 160 milligrams of caffeine.
Speaking of handling things,
I'm about ready to try
Really
it.
wants to handle Fred Armisen's penis.
I'm sure she does.
You give her yogurt, yes.
You will never guess who was in my mouth. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa. Wee.
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 Sorry, there was some food questions going on my end. What the fuck you say?
Ashley, how do you get rid of the meat sweats?
I got. Hold on. I can fix this.
What the hell? What did you do, you
Hold
son
on.
of a bitch?
I got squished. Hold on. I fix.
Oh god, the screen
I'm
tear.
doing
No.
acid.
Apparently, I wasn't supposed to go that far into the cave. Am I out of it? I am out of it.
Bum, bum, bitty, bitty, bum, bum.
But no, what was the thing you said regarding Fred Armisen? Will I take a sip of this Jones's Energy
While you take
Soda?
a sip of piss.
You want to take a sip of Fred Armisen's penis?
No the fuck I don't, bitch. Yeah.
Coming up on the newest country single by Ashley Miller. I kiss when I piss.
What the fuck?
Kissing and pissing.
I may be lonesome, but when I go to the bathroom, it's wholesome. I love to kiss when I piss.
So at the time of this recording, I might actually wind up paying for freaking Ring of Honor streaming service for one freaking month just to see a pay-per-view.
Oh, because you want to see Matt Cardona and Chris Jericho for the ROH World Title, which is a sentence I never thought I'd say in a million fucking years.
No, I actually, I looked at the news article about it. And I'm like, he's still Ring of Honor champion?
No, he's the new Ring of Honor champion. He is now the Nueve. He got the belt off of Briscoe.
Oh.
Well, I'm not gonna lie.
They're using it for notoriety's sake because he's a well-known name for years. So of course they're desperately trying to get Ring of Honor an actual TV, spot.
He's like, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Ring of Honor is gross.
Why does Chris Jericho sound like Morgan Freeman?
I wasn't really trying to I wasn't trying to emulate Morgan Freeman, but I'll take it. I was more trying to emulate that one guy who does like the food reviews on TikTok when he's like, "This is the chicken habanero fruited pebble sandwich. Let's give it a try."
That really fucking narrows it down.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know shit about TikTok. I don't go on that thing. My brain's rotted enough as it is.
I've been on. I actually reactivate. I had to reactivate my account because I deleted my old one, and I've just been using it to track my Zapwin Pow journey and meeting other like-minded authors. And I don't know how much longer it's going to last because, you know, the government's like, hey, you know how TikTok is...
Actually, I was getting ready to say by the time this airs, it might be banned in our country.
Because they have until mid-January to
appeal it.
If they don't sell,
and they're not planning to sell it.
No. Oh, hang on a second.
But TikTok is like there are some users on TikTok that are suing the U.S. government because of the fact they feel it's an encroachment on not only their freedoms, that it's also fucking over their chances of making money, which I don't know how much people get from the Creator Fund unless they're like one of those high-end people. But a part of me thinks it's not just the Creator Fund that gives them the monies, but it's also doing the whole brand deals, because I do get those adverts for the TikTok shop.
So, I want to say, it's hilarious, because post-election, you want to know what happened to all the cringe political ads on Twitter? They've been replaced by something else.
What exactly? I got rid of my Twitter account. I got Blue Sky now.
Yeah, I got Blue Sky too, but I go on Twitter occasionally because some businesses haven't jumped ship there, so I go over to Twitter to enter contests and occasionally get news on some deals on some shit. And yeah, I keep getting ads for like Pray With Us Christian app or some weird shit, and I'm like, wow. I thought Twitter couldn't get worse.
And yet, it has.
I think the thing that really just kind of set me down the path of fuck Twitter was it was a mix of getting porn accounts, and not even the accounts that I was looking up, because, you know, sometimes sister honey girlfriend needs a little something.
Everybody gets lonely, but we digress.
Yes, I digress. A lot of like Elon and a lot of like political, just cringy political bullshit, and just with the whole me losing my Facebook account and people just saying, oh, we can help recover it, and I'm just like, yeah, the last time I tried to do that shit, the same fucking thing happened, and I don't want to be a repeat customer, and I don't want to do that shit no more. So I pretty much just said, you know what, Twitter, I'm kind of done. And Elon made you worse. He didn't even
Twitter's
make Twitter
always
anymore.
been a dumpster fire, you know. I mean, I literally only post text there now because everything you post is getting sampled into its AI. So I'm trying to poison it as much as possible with garbage.
Kind of like Elon Musk likes to finger his ass and calls himself Uwu-chan.
Well, the fact that he wants to buy Hasbro because he thinks Dungeons and Dragons has gone woke. It's like, Elon, you don't have 3 friends to play D&D with. Why are you complaining about it?
And Trump will Trump will not. He'll just be like, well, I want to fight the big bad evil guy. I want to kill the big bad evil guy. If I can't kill it, I'll just flip the goddamn table. That's what I'll do. Fuck it. I'm the president. I'll flip the table.
I can't picture him actually being cognizant enough to play D&D.
Wait,
Like,
so does the nymph look like my daughter, and can I kiss its nipples?
Wow.
At that point, I'll just give him loaded dice that rolls automatically to a 1. Like the lowest numbers. Like, you need a 15 or higher to pass. Oh, you rolled a 3. Sorry, Donnie.
You know,
Are there any girls at the bar? Because I want to tell them.
You know, Trump would be the type of person that
Is
would
that
go,
Jerry Seinfeld?
Trump would be the type of person that go, nuh-uh, I had my invisible suit on. Yeah, so I didn't get hurt.
At that point,
Here's
if I was the DM,
Here's a whole.
and they started pulling that shit,
Oof.
I would do what's called the consequences battle.
Hey, you alright, buddy?
It's,
Luke,
that's Luke.
Luke, you want to talk about it?
It's supposed to be a reference to Star Wars.
Oh yeah, when he was all strung up in the Wampa cave.
and I'm a womp womp on these things.
Well, I guess the Wampas killed him this time.
Yep.
Like
Bum, bum.
like as much as I want to play D&D and as much as I love D&D, if I was to ever DM and if I end up in a session with one of those creepy guys that likes to be like, oh, well, I want to do it because it's fun. Don't take the fun away from me. But if he tries to put his little imaginary ding ding into a character, I'm just gonna have that character turn into like a hell spawn and put the entire party into a battle. But instead of killing everyone in the party, they can choose to either submit or fight. And if they fight, they're just going to keep fighting until they get knocked out or knocked prone. But the other guy, the one that's responsible for summoning the hell spawns, yeah, I'm a kill. My goal will be to kill him until he apologizes.
Oh, secret place.
Oh no, I won't fuck around. I won't fuck around when it comes to like a table. No creepy, rapey bullshit vibes. If you act like a creep, you're going to fuck around and find out. You fuck around, you'll find out. And then I will make sure you never ever come back. Which that sounds very dictatorish of me, but I don't deal with dickheads.
You know, I was about to say before, speaking of songs that now are suddenly memes, I guess, suddenly the song from 8 Crazy Nights is now a meme.
The bum
yes.
bitty 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 bum
Yeah, like,
bum.
since when? Like,
I don't know. I mean,
It's
like
been like that
the
for a few
only
months.
notable thing in that song is that one line. I wonder if that guy ever wiped his ass with the wrong hand.
yes.
Yes.
The bum bitty bitty thing, the only thing I could think of is that it's just like a slight tribute to Fiddler on the Roof, and it's very Jewy.
Well,
and
yeah, I
people
think
like
that's supposed to be the joke.
It's very Jewy. Is
The
an
the
interesting
fact
way
that
to
the guy with
describe
the
it.
hook hand is voiced by John Lovitz.
Yep.
Yes. And the character that he voices looks just like him.
It's just not fair.
Bum bitty 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 bum bum.
It's a shame because
And then there's the guy that looks like Steven Spielberg, just randomly, Russian dancing across the room. Hey, 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 hey.
it's actually a shame because animation-wise, 8 Crazy
It's
Nights
good.
looks nice.
Oh yeah, no, it was phenomenal. It was the same people who did Iron Giant.
Oh, well then there you go.
Like,
It's just-
animation-wise, it looks really good. And I think it had the best of intentions, but too much of Adam Sandler's humor. And I'm not gonna lie, the deer, like even the part with the deer smiling after it licks like the poopsicle guy,
Yeah.
it was pretty goddamn gross. Funny, but gross.
The
like,
worst part
don't-
is the
don't-
music's actually really good in that freaking movie too.
Well, I would assume Adam Sandler probably wrote the music.
Oh,
I can check here. I got internet.
Oh, do you? Oh.
Yes.
so
Yeah, no shit.
it's a tactical foul.
I mean, if you didn't have internet, you wouldn't even be on this call. So
Considering that the mobile in this area is utter dog shit.
The mobile.
Mobile.
Oh, great. Now, wait, Google. Google. Google's gonna be a dick.
Bum bitty 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 bum bum. Bum bitty 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 bum.
Oh man.
Okay.
It's a catchy song, but I just don't know
Yeah.
how it became a meme.
I mean, like, I freaking like I said, there's a lot of songs in that movie that are just so freaking good. Oh, if I make fun of your crazy feeties or give sugar cookies to Miss Diabetes, that's a technical foul and possibly a homicide.
It's a collaborative effort. The music is the collaborative effort for the original stuff. It's mainly Adam Sandler, Brooks Arthur, Brad Isaac, Robert Schmeigel, which he does the Saturday TV Funhouse.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And Stephen Brill. But for the most part, the songs were written by Adam Sandler with collaborative effort.
You know,
My boy.
My boy, my boy, my boy.
Kids, I here's a lesson from good old Dane. If you want to grow up to be anything in life, anything at all, right now in 2024, you probably don't want to be a CEO of a healthcare company.
God damn it.
Oh, you should have tuned into friggin' Digital Era. There was a lot of
healthcare CEO jokes on What the Dub.
Let me guess.
To be fair, a good number of Digital Era people are from the New York, New Jersey area too.
So let me guess. Was your guys' empathy out of network?
Sorry, I denied my empathy.
So is there just a concept of thoughts and prayers? My God, I've turned into a... there's concepts of thoughts and prayers.
As of now, we will be denying charges for anesthesia if the surgery lasts too long. Bang, bang. Did we say we were going to deny it? No, we're not going to deny it at all.
We changed our mind. It's a Christmas miracle.
And now the Britney Spears song "Criminal" is starting to become really relevant again.
First of all, that's Fiona Apple.
No, Britney Spears did a criminal song. Mama, I'm in love with a criminal.
Oh. I
I
only know the good one by Fiona Apple.
Call me cynical, but it really shouldn't take a fucking CEO getting assassinated on the streets for these healthcare people to be like, maybe we should actually help people.
Yeah.
But Dane, you have to realize a lot of these corporate cocksuckers are in place and they thrive off of people being denied. They think it's their bread and butter.
Better than these corpse suckers.
It's like they realize that we.
What exactly is a corpse sucker anyway?
Somebody who sucks on a corpse. I thought that would be pretty self-explanatory.
Probably my dad as of right now, but I digress.
Oh, wow.
Oh, God.
Excuse me.
It doesn't matter. He
Wow.
If I was that bent out of shape, I wouldn't have made the joke. Fuck him.
What a terrible thing to do, make fun of your dead parents. Anyway, my mother and father passed away. I'd be very hypocritical if I was mad about that.
Look, he's
Mike
still
Riley
alive as far
is
as I
Batman
know.
now.
I am Batman, yeah. I am the Knight.
Look, my dad is still alive as far as I know. He's just an asshole.
That sadly does not qualify you to be Batman. Qualifies you to be Batman Beyond, but it doesn't qualify you to be Batman.
You know what? I'll take Terry McGinnis. I will take Terry McGinnis any day of the week. He wasn't that bad of a Batman.
I'll just take a Guinness.
Taking care of Guinness.
Every day! Taking care of Guinness. I'm gonna do it again. Taking care of Guinness.
So this
and then he falls. And then he falls on the floor due to alcohol poisoning.
So this Jones's energy soda that I tried, the green apple one, it tastes just like the regular green apple soda, but Jesus, I'm gonna stop. drinking it.
It tastes like a regular green apple soda, but Jesus. That's interesting.
Well, here's the thing.
What is a Jesus flavored green apple?
It's holy. No, it's kind of late in the evening, and I already slept like shit. Much like Jace's.
It tastes like the Catholic Church. This tastes a little rapey.
It tastes like
false sweat.
It tastes like corruption and condescending. No, but Jace isn't the only one that has a shitty sleep story. I went to bed at 8 last night, woke up around midnight, didn't go back to bed until 5, and then by 4 in the morning, I heard coyotes outside. I don't know if they were fighting or fucking.
As long as they weren't, I feel like as long as they weren't farting.
But the thing is, they were making...
coyotes.
Here's the thing, though.
That's what you heard, Jace. It wasn't the window at all. It was farting coyotes.
Do the coyotes piss when they kiss?
Yes.
All I know is that it was a horrifying sound that freaked me out because it was like, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? Yeah, pretty much. Ooh.
Free store ammo in my mind.
No, seriously, why did you bring up Fred Armisen for? I was curious.
Because you always do.
Because you always do.
I don't always bring up Fred Armisen.
You do though.
It's like Billy bringing up Asian tits.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
I'm also pretty sure Bays and Tits bring him up.
First of all, this was a throwaway joke that I made 20 minutes ago, and you're still worried about it?
It wasn't so much I was worried about it. It's just I wanted to know the answer, and we were distracted by other things.
I want to know the answer.
I wanted to know the answer if Fred Armisen kisses when he pisses. That's all.
That's what I want to know.
I don't. The only thing I know about the man is that he is punk and he is goth and somehow adorable. I don't know. Do you want to ask Ricky Lindholm?
Sure.
I'd touch her lips.
Yeah, because that's his wife.
Hey.
Wait, who fucking left?
Nobody. Jace played the sound effect.
Oh.
No, I mean, seriously, have you watched the movie Hell Baby? Ricky Lindholm is a full frontal nude scene in that.
Well, I remember Garfunkel and Oates. It was introduced to me by an old workmate, and I liked it, even though the workmate is a bitch.
Game of Coochie's had nude scenes, too. Garfunkel and Oates have both been naked on camera.
But there's something that Ricky Lindholm has been kind of working up that I really want to go see, and it's called Dead Inside, and it talks about her fertility struggles. But she's written a bunch of songs that are going to be featured in that stage show. But also,
I'm quite dead inside too.
I agree.
Well, this one has to do with the fact that she tried what is it called, IVF? She tried to have a kid. She had a partner who was willing to have a kid, and then all of a sudden he was like, no. And then she realized that when she had I think 1 or 2 pregnancies, they became atopic. And
I thought you were going to say she had 1 or 2 of pregnancies and they became atomic.
Anyway.
Here's Wonder
Well,
Today is going to be the day that we're going to throw back to you.
It was kind of a struggle, and she talks about it, and she writes little funny songs about it. And she does kind of briefly touch on the fact that she kind of fell in love with Fred Armisen, and she's like, I'm going to give you an out. I'm about ready to have a kid.
I don't believe that anybody
feels the way I do
about you now.
The cool thing is, she's like, if you don't want to be a part of this, that's fine. You can walk away. And he's like, yeah, I want to be a part of this. So now he's a dad. And
anyway, I should get going.
Thanks for joining us on this edition of Backseat Gamer. If you like what we do, please hit subscribe and be sure to hit the bell to be notified of upcoming videos. For Dane Forgione, Jason Amherst, and Ashley Miller, I'm Mike Riley. Today is going to be the day that they're going to throw it back to you.